United States of America. A small today, a U.S. court banned smartwatch following a dispute with medical technology firm Masimo. The U.S. International Commission had and after sued over its pulse oximetry technology. A pulse oximeter feature has been smartwatch model 20. Masimo also accused Apple of hiring away employees to steal the pulse oximetry. Has countersued lawsuit maneuver a path for its own smart. A dispute is still in progress. Former President Trump will stay on the primary ballot in Michigan. The Michigan Supreme Court has rejected an attempt to remove him from the 2024 ballot. Those who argue for Trump's removal cited the 14th Amendment's ban on insurrectionists. The ruling came after the Colorado Supreme Court took Trump off its primary ballot. They said it was due to his role in the January 6th Capitol breach. However, the Michigan Court of Appeals upheld a ruling that said state law does not give election officials any leeway to police the eligibility of presidential primary candidates. The next step for both of these decisions will likely be appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court. California's governor is not planning to follow in Colorado's footsteps to ban former President Donald Trump from the state's ballot. He said that such efforts may serve as a distraction. NTD's Eileen Eng has more.
California Governor Gavin Newsom reacted to efforts from a top state official trying to bar former Donald Trump after the court that Trump the Colorado ballot for the 2024 election. They say he violated of the U.S. Constitution's 15th Amendment. A majority of justices on the state court ruled that he engaged in an insurrection or rebellion against of the provision. The decision has triggered more efforts across the United States, including in California, to disqualify Trump from appearing on ballots in 2024. But in a statement issued on December 22nd, Newsom told his fellow Democrats that he believes that, in California, we defeat candidates at the polls, referring to lawsuits against President Trump, and that everything else is a political distraction. Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis, who is running for governor as a Democrat in 2026, sent a letter to Secretary of State Shirley Weber urging her to find legal ways to remove Trump's name from the state's ballot. The letter reads, based on the Colorado Supreme Court's ruling, I urge you to explore every legal option to remove former President Donald Trump from California's 2024 presidential primary ballot. Meanwhile, Senator Dave Min, also a Democrat, announced that he would introduce a measure to allow residents of the state to file lawsuits to block candidates who are deemed ineligible.
Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy is pulling funding for TV ads with just weeks to go until the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary. NTD's Daniel Monahan has more on the move.
NBC News that they stopped buying TV ads, which typically make up the majority of political advertising spending, and have none booked for the immediate or distant future. Ramaswamy cast the move in a positive light on X, writing that presidential TV ad spending is idiotic. It comes with a low return on investment and is a trick that political consultants use to bamboozle candidates who suffer from low IQ. The biotech entrepreneur says his campaign is doing things differently, spending money in a way, he says, follows the data. Ramaswamy campaign press secretary Tricia McLaughlin told NBC the campaign is focused on bringing out the voters they've identified, using mail, text, live calls, and going door to door. Ramaswamy continues to project optimism, writing, "Big surprise coming on January 15th. He told Fox News that the Republican Party has grown lazy and needs to offer a better vision to people hungry for change.
What do we actually stand for? Individual, family, nation, God. That actually beats race, gender, sexuality, and climate if we have the courage to actually stand for something."
Ramaswamy's move to pull TV ad funding sparked speculation on X that he would be former President Donald Trump's running mate. One user wrote, "He's going to drop out and endorse Trump. It was his plan all along. Not running for president, but auditioning for vice president." While another wrote, "This has VP written all over it." The latest national Real Clear Politics polling averages have former President Donald Trump in front with over 62%. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley neck and neck with about 11%, and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy in fourth with about 4%. The Iowa caucuses are on January 15th, the New Hampshire primary on January 23rd. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.
We'll take a short break now, everybody, but here's a look at what we have for you when we come. Ranks the cities for California cities. More on which final time. A new NBA for most consecutive losses. We'll take a look at the Pistons game. Those and more coming up on NTD Tonight. Compared 182 cities based on a variety of factors indicating poverty, unemployment, homelessness, education, debt, and as well as health and safety. The study found that Detroit, Michigan is the neediest city, in large part due to it having the highest unemployment rate in the nation at 8.3%. The second neediest city was Brownsville in Texas, with it lagging behind in education. 32% of its 25 and up population have not graduated high school. Fresno, California ranked third on the list. The study said Fresno has the highest rate of homelessness in America. 28 other California cities made the list of neediness as well. Los Angeles was ranked 15th. San Francisco also topped the list for the percentage of homes with inadequate plumbing and kitchens. In addition to Fresno, the top 5 cities with homelessness rates were also Honolulu, San Francisco, New York, and Long Beach. 3 Louisiana cities
in Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside counties within the next year. This comes ahead of a new state law that raises the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20. Pizza Hut franchises are shifting their focus to third-party apps such as DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats for pizza and food deliveries. A second Pizza Hut franchise, Southern California Pizza Company, is also preparing to terminate 841 drivers. The layoffs will affect across various Pizza Hut locations, including those in Sacramento, Palm Springs, Los Angeles, Central California, Southern Oregon, and the Reno Tahoe area, among others. The current minimum wage in California is $60 per hour. The increase of $20 comes